And I think my dad knew that he was going to, and he volunteered. They didn't draft him. He volunteered.
Could you imagine that pressure being at that age to know that that's coming down the pipeline? You've seen it in movies and TV where they go to like the things and they get told, hey, we're being deployed or whatever. That's got to do.
I tell people with kids these days that there's a lot of reasons for them to be as grim as some of them are.
Sure.
But things couldn't have looked more grim than they did for my father in 1942.
Exactly. My stepfather went through it. Like it's
And Vietnam.
Yeah, let's not forget about that. I
No.
mean, that was a whole,
And the Gulf War and
you're literally
everything.
getting dropped off, and on top of that, you're coming
the
home.
war is awful. It's always been. We've had it forever. We had the World War I, World War II, the Spanish War, the Civil War. We love wars.
Yeah.
We you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they've always been creating history and tragedies and triumphs. And my dad's life was a triumph.
And
But he
he-
came home alive is a triumph.
And I guarantee you, bird watching was probably so therapeutic for him.
That's why
Just
it's
to be
meaning so much to
Yeah, I can see that. My mom, whenever I go visit her in Florida, she lives in about the Gainesville area. She has like 20 acres of land.
Great place to birdwatch.
Yeah,
If you want to live in Florida, then that is the thing to
You're
do. Because my
Ocala
dad was always going there to birdwatch.
So we'll sit. She has bird feeders in the front yard, and I swear to you,
Migratory patterns make it a very interesting place to live.
I put my phone away, and my mom will sit, and I will sit. Depends on the time of day. Cup of coffee, cup of tea. Just her and I. It bonds us in more ways than I can tell you. We'll look up the birds that are coming up. We'll see occasional like woodpeckers, and I tell you, hours go by, and then I go to bed and I just sleep like it's such a baby. It's such a therapeutic
it's a
thing.
peaceful,
It's
gentle thing.
Yes.
And unfortunately, America, we just love the boom bap. We love the explosions and the noise and the racket I'm sorry, but I'm coming to be like my dad. He didn't. I see people do things all the time, and from zip lining to jet skis to dirt bikes. Listen, I've got friends who do them all. No, I don't want anything. That makes sense. Life is becoming. If I got to drive in Nashville, do I want to go to the go-kart place?
Yeah.
Or do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
I get what you're saying.
This is a
100%,
peaceful, passive, intellectual thing, and you guys are doing it together, but it doesn't involve conversation, does it? You talk some,
Right?
But a lot of times you're just sitting there
Yeah,
quietly.
exactly.
Right.
We'll be fascinated. We'll look up a bird, and I think
This is the best kind of intellectual pursuit.
I tell you, going out. Now I know mental health is rapid nowadays. Like everybody seems to have issues, anxieties through the roof. Exercise
And they're
and Mother
spending a lot
Nature.
of money to cure it, and they're doing the wrong
Exercise
things.
and Mother Nature, like those. You start with those two. You don't even need to necessarily eat the best food in the world. You teach their own. But if you just take a walk in Mother Nature, and then stay off your phone for a little bit, and then exercise a little bit, break a sweat or whatever, just move. I'm telling you, it's not going to heal you overnight, but it will do something for your psyche. I promise.